Hi, NICU staff. My name is Lisa Rankin. Some of you might remember me. I was an RT at the IWK several years ago in NICU and center-wide for almost 13 years, so I definitely know there'd be some familiar faces. I left for a few years to stay home with my kids, and I'm now doing something completely different, which is business development work with a Nova Scotia medical skincare company called Soma Naturals. I'll show you there's our logo there. So Soma has a Health Canada site licensed lab in Digby, Nova Scotia, and they make an eczema and diaper rash balm among other Health Canada licensed products. This is our one that we are looking at here today. So we have had this balm approved for diaper rash in the NICU there. We're working with other Canadian NICUs. Our goal is hopefully to get into as many as we can. Right now we're working with Alberta Health Services and some in Ontario, Newfoundland, the Janeway. We've been in contact with New Brunswick, a few other spots. But IWK, excitingly, was the first to approve it. Now, COVID has put things on the back burner a little bit with actually bringing it in, but this was approved last year for our NICU for several reasons. I know some people might be thinking, well, we have diaper rash balms. Like, why do we need to change up what works? But a lot of what has been used for decades, some of the brands literally have been around for almost a century, are mostly synthetic, mostly petroleum product based. And while those make great barriers, they are synthetic, which means they don't have any inherent healing qualities. And petroleum products also, unless they are perfectly refined, can be left with trace kind of nasty things. Some polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which can be carcinogenic. They're things that, parents having new babies have looked up online and really don't want to necessarily be putting on the skin of their children. This was something I started looking into years ago when I had my first baby, who's 12 now. So it's been quite a while that people have been looking into healthier skincare, and it was well underway then. So, our tiniest little babies with, as we all know, the thinnest, most underdeveloped skin, they deserve the best of the best too. And they deserve a natural product that can offer that inherent healing that might even give them better healing than something that's just a barrier. So what I will show you is our product is here. It's Eczema and Diaper Rash Calming Balm. This jar is just our consumer retail jar. This is not for the NICUs. We have specialized packaging for the NICUs, but here's our balm here. It is all natural ingredients, over 95% organic ingredients. We can't source organic zinc oxide. There's just some things that, they don't grow or make organic. Zinc oxide is a mineral. It's natural, naturally healing as well. It's antifungal, anti-itch, antiviral. It's all great things, which are in a lot of diaper rash creams already. Everybody's very familiar with that. So we have that in ours, but we also have a list of other ingredients, including, here's our pamphlet here, and inside here we have a list of our ingredients, which include organic black cumin seed oil, Nigella sativa, which is a very unique oil. It's not in a lot of other skincare products. There is published medical research on black cumin seed oil, specifically in neonates, to be used on skin wounds that are staph infected. So staph aureus infected skin wounds. And it was shown, they did a study, one particular study, they did 40 neonates with staph infected skin wounds and found that black cumin seed oil applied to those wounds was equally as healing as topical antibiotic cream. It has significant antibiotic effect. It specifically is antibiotic against staph, which is, as we know in the nursery, really unique, really something that could benefit these babies, because those are a lot of those wounds that they get from their lines and from scrapes and tears and dressing tears, things like that. Any of those Wounds often get that staph growth. This is something that can help that, along with severe diaper rash, prevent that bacteria from setting in. We also have organic sunflower seed oil, or organic jojoba seed oil, organic sweet almond oil, organic calendula extract, zinc oxide, colloidal oatmeal, which soothes and conditions the skin. It's also anti-itch as well. So any of these rashes that really bother those babies that we can't necessarily even say, you know, whether they're itchy or not, a lot of these ingredients help that. Organic beeswax, which is the only technically animal product that our company uses. It's the only thing that's in this balm. It's not in any other products. It is ethically sourced from beekeepers that, you know, rotate the hives. So it's not harming any animals. If you had families, parents of a neonate that were strictly vegan and were concerned about animal products and were asking about it, beeswax probably isn't an issue for them, where it's not, you know, killing an animal to source it. But that is one that you might want to mention. Non-GMO vitamin E. It's also not wheat source. A lot of vitamin E comes from wheat, so this is not a wheat source for people that are concerned about gluten, even though it's not ingested. And sweet almond oil, speaking on that, there have been studies done, one out of Chicago a few years ago, that showed, they did a large study of infants with recurrent severe diaper rash, and using a diaper balm that was sweet almond oil based, similar to ours, showed over 90% complete absence of recurrent rash again after they started using this. And our balm is licensed by Health Canada. You can see on our jar here, the NPN is right there. That's natural product number. Which is basically the same as a DIN, same as a drug identification number. It just depends on the ingredients that are in the product, which type of number it gets. So ours is natural ingredients, same as like vitamins, supplements, minerals, things like that. So we get an NPN. They're regulated the same way. Health Canada approves these ingredients, approves the product, approves it as a healing cream for eczema and diaper rash. It's also approved for general rashes and general skin irritations. And with no petroleum in it, this can be used around noses, around oxygen. Any sore or wound going on with your baby, like if you took a dressing off and it had a little tear in the skin, this could be something, you know, as a NICU, if you wanted to use as a unit, those try this cream on those types of things. It is approved for general irritations and very, very healing for all those things. And like I said about the antibacterial, it's pretty significant. The texture of it, it's not goopy, it's thick. So this is something would be a bit different than some of the creams you've used, but it's very, because of the natural oils in it and the beeswax, it gives a great barrier. I'll show you here. Very smooth texture, like it's like butter when you put it on. There's no, you know, having to rub or blend, and in an incubator it will just melt into skin. It'll be beautiful. It's so soft and so creamy, like it's just gorgeous. No fragrance added to this. That's the other thing with some of the synthetic diaper rash creams, is a lot of them have fragrance added. Fragrance can be put on an ingredient list just as that, but a lot of times it's made of really volatile, harsh chemicals, and they don't have to list those things. Not something we really want to be putting on infant skin, especially those tiny little prems. Lanolin as well. A lot of other diaper creams contain lanolin, which is a natural ingredient. You think, oh yay, it's natural, it's fabulous. But lanolin comes from sheep wool, and sheep, if you've ever looked at sheep farming, they get massive, massive mounds of wool, and they can get mites and bugs. So they get hosed down with pesticides all of the time, which can contaminate that that wool that they are getting this lanolin from. It's kind of risky business. So for people that are really trying to avoid that, trying to give the best of the best to their baby, something that's naturally healing, this is the way to go. This is why we approached the IWK about trying this cream, and this is why they have decided to approve it for the NICU, to give another option, something that could potentially give some really great healing for those really bad diaper rashes. So Now I have cream all over my hands, so I can't touch my papers. So the unique packaging for the NICU that I mentioned is individual single patient use blister packs. Now, I'll warn you, this is not pretty packaging. You guys are the first NICU. We're going to be moving on from there. When there are more NICUs, we can work on some customized, fancier packaging. Right now, it's about, what works. So here we are. It's not sexy, but there we've got our Soma label here, all the ingredients. Our NPN is in this blue stripe here. So it's a blister pack, it's like a giant pill pack. It's a blister pack. The creams are all in here. There's 2 to 3 mils in each one of these. So you may be able to get 2 uses out of one. And if you're just keeping it till the next diaper change, perfectly acceptable. I mean, technically we've got a 2-year shelf life on this product. There are no added preservatives. It contains no active water. We have to do third-party testing. There's no bacterial growth that comes in this at all. We're working on a 3-year shelf life. So you don't need to worry about keeping the product over, but the single-use packaging eliminates that having to have the same tube opened and touched. You might be applying it to a bum and then may not realize and go to apply some more, and it's getting that bacteria on it and in it. Back in the day when I was there, we used to dole out diaper cream in little med cups, and everybody was dispensing from the same container, and so it eliminates any risk of cross-contamination or contamination of a constantly reused open tube by having this packaging. It also eliminates product waste. If you have a baby in there for just a few days that's got a diaper cream tube and is discharged or goes to another location and doesn't take the tube with them, that goes in the garbage. It eliminates all of that waste as well. It's very minimal packaging. So all you need to do is take your packaging, cut a strip off, or however many you think you need. In the studies where they have used this type of diaper rash in babies and had great success, they have applied it with every diaper change. This is approved, licensed by Health Canada for prophylactic use and treating. So it can be applied with every change to help prevent that rash from setting in. So you can, if you're doing 5 diapers a day, however many it is you're going to do on your shift, 5, 6, 7, cut off however many you need, take a few extra, you just punch them open just like you would like a gum pack or a pill pack. It's the same idea. And yes, and then go from there. So that is the actual product. What I've submitted to management to look at is getting feedback on the product when it is used in the nursery. I assume they're going to want to do a little nursing feedback. So some ideas on that are like the diaper rash intensity, like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clinical perception of that diaper rash, red, non-red. If the skin is supple, with the rash, it gets almost scaly and tight. It can get dry and almost hard, and then it get to the point where it can be patchy with little breaks or little specks of blood, and then completely excoriated, open, oozing, those kind of horrid rashes that we all have seen. So, no diaper rash, light, moderate, severe, extreme, those ranges with just like tick sheets to give feedback, decide if everybody, really finds that it works. The same as perception on the product. Does the product have a pleasant texture? Does it have good covering power? I can tell you right now, my hands are completely coated. So it definitely covers well with just that tiny dot that I used. My hands front and back are completely rubbed in everywhere. You do not need a lot. Of course, if you have a very severe rash, pile it on, cake it on, let it be that extra bit of protection, but it spreads so well, gives that great, you can see the sheen on my hands. Like it gives that great, I don't know if you can see it in this light, that great barrier. Is it easy to apply? Does it not irritate the skin? Clinical perception of erythema, skin dryness, skin roughness, suppleness. I already mentioned that. So those will be the kinds of things that you, as a unit, may want to look at feedback where this is newer. But like I said, it is Health Canada license. It's good to go. Just let us know what your thoughts are.